Okay, so in this video, we'll talk about Candace Owen, and I will talk about also authenticity, right? I think authenticity is a new currency, is a new uh, is a new media because the old media has really disappointed a lot of people with their lives and their agendas, right? For a very long time, uh, the media in the West has always been weaponized to, you know, weaponized in order to advance in a specific agenda. So, in the case of uh, the war in Iraq, right? They always create these scenarios. Okay, they they get the public ready. They create a new perception. That's how you justify a war, the killing of millions of people, right? So they are very instrumental in driving the agenda of criminals. Okay, the same way they did in Libya. That's how they did it, right? So I can go on, you know, because I've been following this stuff for a very long time, and so they lied to they lied to us for I don't know for 100 years, I guess, on every major topic that you can think of. Okay, and today you have personality like Candace Owens. It's a very fresh air, right? It has she has a different opinions, and she's telling truth that a lot of people would never say it because the media would never tell you the truth because it's not in their interest to tell you the truth. This it's very structured institutions. They have their interests, and they have also they are serving the interests of great powers. Okay, so they are part of the structure of power of projecting power outside. So they will never tell you the truth. Okay, and I right now I have uh, a channel that focuses on African events, and I hired a reporter in Rwanda to talk about. I don't want to do a lot of things by myself, so I hired that person to take care of the media part. It's called Irichuri Media, and what I've learned that I can always tell him to work on a story that I want, right? So it's always, it's a bias, right? So I always want, okay, focus on this story to talk about it, okay? Uh, not in a sense that I have, I don't know, bad intentions, but I just want to bring more exposure to this story and also cater to African audience. So the channel is focused on African, African lives, so on and so forth. Okay, but so the Western media is you take it on a different level. So this is complete the case in point, right? Like we are seeing right now a complete destruction of the people, but they don't mention it. They don't talk about it, and we notice it's going on. Okay, it's completely but they give you other things to occupy your attention with. Okay, and they want to put the spotlight where they want you to put, to focus on. So it's actually an instrument of okay, of manipulating your intention. So instead of focusing a clear destruction of people and cleansing, right? No, but focus on something else. Focus on a different, a different subject that has nothing to do, you know. I've been living in the United States for the last I don't know, almost 2 decades now, and it's very strange to me, right? The way, especially how the media works is, I see a lot of African American. They are very into celebrity gossips. Okay, so when you see Scott Williams getting millions of views on YouTube, he's not talking about a displacement and a destruction of of a people, but he's talking about other celebrities, which has no, you know, it just keeps continuing the narrative of gossip and nothing else. You know, it has no benefit because so they're more focused on the entertainment aspect of the media because that's where they are shown. Okay, and that they are completely manipulated by the media. Uh, and with their emotion are also manipulated. We can clearly see it. If you take the example of Trayvon, you take the example of what's the other guy? The recent. So they always focus on this one, and then you get a reaction from African American. But this is a clear manipulation of and you are not even aware of it. The media is manipulating you by hiding the truth. Okay, then you get outraged. Okay, you get emotionally charged, and then that's how they control you. That's how they control your emotions. Okay, so they wanted to create a war inside of you so that you feel hopeless. Okay, you feel outraged, but there is no solution to it. Okay, so and they always use it for a specific agenda. Okay, so they put this spotlight on what they want so that you don't focus on other stuff, right? So today, in terms of succeeding in media, you have to be authentic, right? Authenticity is really important, and the reason a lot of people watch Candace Owen is she happens to be very intelligent woman and a very beautiful. Unfortunately, that we lost her. Okay, it's unfortunate that we lost her to a European guy. I've been here for a long time, but it's very rare to meet uh, a woman like Candace Owen, especially in African American community. Okay, and I'm gonna say it. All right, you know, I think we need more of her. More people like her. She's very refreshing. Uh, I don't know if I would forgive her for for the decisions that she made in her life. I am very disappointed. Okay, all right, enough about me. So, in order to succeed, you have to be, the authenticity is very important. So that's the reason why she's able to capture the, a lot of audience. I happen to watch her sometimes, her videos, right? She's very authentic. She's bringing forth things that we've been talking about for years. It's not like especially the case of the what's going on in Middle East. I've been following that case for a very long time. A lot of people, and then she's bringing that to the table, and a lot of Americans, they should ask themselves you know why a small state somewhere has it, you know an incredible influence, you know on the policies of the United States. Okay, and the why a senator proudly waving the flag of a different country. You have to ask yourself, why is that? It's very reasonable question to ask. Okay, when I came here, I noticed that, speaking of the flags, I noticed that there are a lot of communities, they have a lot of festivals, and they are proudly showing up, showing off their flags, right? And I never understood that. I said, I was thinking at some point, okay, if you are so proud of your country, why are you here? Okay, right? So it's very, I didn't understand, because you are so proud, a flag represents a country, okay? And it also the expression of the pride that people have on their country. Okay, if you are so proud of your country, why are you not in your country? Why you are not helping your country to move forward? I find it was very hypocritical, and then I realized that after many years, United States is not a typical, it's very unusual country. It's not even, at some point, it's kind of a corporation, right? That's why corporations have a lot of power. So that's why you don't see a unified vision of the country. So you have a division, you know, I don't you have a complete division, right? Ideological division in the country. And how a country can stand of one vision where its people are completely divided. Okay. And another point is when people talk about, oh, we have to, United States, especially the politicians, okay, we have to compete with China. They always bring that, right, as an excuse for whatever they want to do. We have to compete with China, but you cannot compete with China. China is, they have it is a completely monolithic and culture. Okay, they have the same vision of the world. They are essentially same people. They are not different people put together. Okay, they see the same, you know, the world through the same lens. That's why it's very powerful. It's not, you cannot manufacture that. Okay, that's very strong. It solidifies the country because the country is united on one culture, right? On one system, and on one people. They, they speak the same language. but they, even though they have different variation of the language, but they look the same. Okay, and that's another example where you see when Chinese come here, you go to Chinese businesses, they hire their own. They don't hire other people. So you cannot compete with China in that sense. Okay. So and the other example is when the Donald Trump, the President Trump was giving the speech, you have half of the Congress is completely they they don't even recognize the fact that because Trump is projecting one vision, right? Make America great again. So if you are an American, that kind of a speech, it should resonate because it puts the American interest first. Okay, like it's kind of a nationalistic approach, right? But a lot of people, they're completely uh, sh- I mean, shown by his by his speech, and they don't even give him the respect, right? But when Netanyahu came here, they all is standing up. A different, a president from a different country coming here, and they stand up like 100 innovations. Okay, it's very, for somebody who's watching from the fence, it's very concerning, right? Okay, you see a guy, a senator from a different country, waving the flag of a different country, being proud of that country, and you see American Congress, they are not even standing up, respecting their, the president that has been elected. Okay, so I think there are a lot of contradictions, and I don't think you'll be able to have one vision when the parts of the country are completely divided. Okay, so going back to the authenticity is the new media. If you really want to, if you really want to succeed in today's media landscape, right? But unfortunately, even the YouTube, these platforms, they tend to encourage whoever they want. It's not a fair game, right? It's not a fair game because I have my channel more than, I don't know, 3 years now. When you see people like they just came out on the scene and they are getting a lot of attraction, it's not a fair game. The system is rigged, and that's the reason why a lot of people are very disappointed with the system because you are supposed to be fair in the system so that you know everybody who participates, they feel like they are getting a share deal, a fair deal. Okay, but if some people are favored, that's where there is a resentment, comes from people. So she has demonstrated courage, right? uh and that she's also demonstrated that she's going to fight for her Christian values. Okay, and she also demonstrated she's not going to, you know, be silent and be a coward, which a lot of people are, when they are faced to a clear violation of human rights, right? I think we have to salute that. We have to salute her for doing that. It's very. That's why I find her very attractive. Not only physically, intellectually, right? It's very refreshing. I think we need more people who are bold to stand up, okay, and say no. Enough is enough. So, you also find a lot of people that are popular on the YouTube platform, but the problem is they are staged. They are not real. They give you the illusion that they are real, but they are not. Most of them, okay. Most of them, they talk about a specific topic because they have a specific agenda. So let me see let me give you the example of Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is an example of somebody who wants to give a different perspective on something that's real, right? So basically, we know what's going on, but he wants to make us believe that that's not really what's going on. Okay. That's why he has a lot of means and focusing on social issues, it's part of a divide, right? Dividing and taking the attention from real issues and instead of people, instead of telling people what's really going on. Okay. Okay, so if you wanted to succeed in today's media, authenticity is key. All right, you have to be really authentic, otherwise your viewers, the viewers will at the end of the day, the viewer will decide, right, whether you're authentic or not. Okay. And the minute the viewers suspect something fishy, then they are gone. Okay. All right. So the point of today is be authentic. If you want to be successful in media, that's the reason why you see TikTok is a lot of people are very popular on TikTok because they put content that are really authentic, They are not trying to sugarcoat anything, right? I think a lot, for so long, authenticity is something that's lacking in the media. So even the movies I watch, all of them, they are make believes, right? They are not really. It's not really what's happening. And everything is very controlled. If you take the example of a show that I like to watch because of the human nature, they call it Traders. Okay. If you watch the version of the UK, it is more authentic because the participants are regular folks. people that, regular folks, they are selected, and they play the game, which is, I find it more attractive and more compelling and appealing. But if you take the version of the United States, it's very selected. These people they have been, they have agents, right? And they are controlled. They are not the regular folks, okay? And so they are, they always make sure they bring in people that, they have agents, they are part of the industries. So they are employed, employed by the TV shows. Okay, when you see a bachelorette, right, uh, participating, you would think that it's a real show, but it's actually not a real show. It's just it's completely a fake, right? That's why people are really frustrated. Sometimes they think that what's real is actually not real. They're giving them something fake. Okay, because they always want to control the outcome. Okay, that's why I like to watch shows that are really authentic. Just to let the flow, instead of controlling the outcome, instead of bringing people that they only have opinions that cannot go beyond certain topics. Okay, and they also bring in, personalities that are very questionable, because yeah, they always have an agenda, right? They wanted to present an agenda, because that's how whatever they put on the TV is completely edited, right? So they select different videos, and they wanted to put which one we can put on. It's not by accident. Okay, you think that it's by accident. No, it's not by accident. It's intentionally put it there. So whichever topic they want to put a spot on, they they put it on. You know, as someone, I mentioned earlier, I'm for my small media, right, that focus on African affairs. I want to put a spotlight on some specific topics. Okay, but I don't have an agenda, right? A Luciferian agenda. Okay, a Luciferian agenda where I wanted to change the foundation of the society, where I wanted to make sure that to confuse people in their personalities, to push a war, right? Okay, so my approach is completely different. It's more of a angelic compared to the legacy media. Okay. All right. So this is going so far. So if you have a comments, comment below. I guess leave them below, and I will respond.